Welcome, former leftists. We're really glad you've moved up here to the political right. Please leave your leftism outside for the hazmat crews to dispose of safely and come on in. When I say please leave the leftism outside, I mean permanently. There's no place for it in here with actual adults who've undergone maturity. Please keep in mind that you have entered a higher level, and that is a one-way trip. There's no going back. Sometimes on the right, we're reluctant to get too close with people who are abandoning the left and coming to our side. We're worried that they're still leftists, but that they've been pushed out of the left because they violated one of the many religious orthodoxies, any one violation of which can get you expelled from the left. When I say we're reluctant to get too close, I mean politically. We're still cautious about talking politics with them or discussing issues in public policy with them and things like that. But we have to. We do need to talk with the leftists who are moving rightward. A lot, and especially about politics and policy. They have a lot to learn still, and a lot to contribute too. But we also have to be careful not to get co-opted. It's a bit like Floridians unhappy about the vast numbers of Californians moving to Florida, and perhaps bringing a bit of the pestilence that is currently devouring California with them. But, and it's very important, there is a place for principled leftist opposition to our ideas, or else we never have to prod, to hone and refine and debug and fix and adjust them. It may be humbling, one hopes that it is, but our ideas don't just appear in perfect form as if handed down from on high. Today's massive problem is that the only pushback we get from the left nowadays, and it's been this way for a long time, is entirely unprincipled, always mindless, always racist this and sexist that, and haters this and phobic that, always LCLD, lowest common leftish denominator. When we never have to assess our ideas against intelligent, substantive opposition, we can become intellectually lazy too. This is one of the many great crimes against America that the left commits every day. The degradation of today's political discourse is the fault nearly entirely of the left, who started with the fascist, racist, Nazi hater nitwittery all the way back in the turbulent 1960s. We on the right didn't push back then when we should have, and they learned, whether correct or not, that it works. They've since devolved into the brainless, frothing intellectual equivalent of zombies that we see today. Zombies that the media, academia, Hollywood, and all the cool kids take very, very seriously. So while we need to welcome the refugees from the ugly, censorious, authoritarian, and entirely brainless woke left, we also need to let them know that they need to leave leftism entirely behind. They need to understand that they are now in the company of people who work really hard to operate on a much higher intellectual plane, and that they need to leave the lower intellectual plane far behind and firmly in the past.